Hello and welcome guys, and welcome to this short vlog. And yes, the exams have just been concluded for the December 2023 attempt, and now we are all geared up for the June 2024 attempt. In this particular video, I'm going to talk about two most important subjects of your syllabus, Cost Audit and BVM SPM of CMA Final Group 4. Needless to say, and I've repeated it many times guys, these two subjects are game changers for your CMA Final. Whether you are giving individual group or you are giving both the groups, these two chapters are definitely going to be the winning streak for all of you. How, sir? The course content of these two chapters are quite limited. They are quite brief, and the marks which you can expect from these particular subjects are huge, enormous. So if you're looking at getting a set off in group 3 and group 4, then these two subjects are going to be pivotal for you, Cost Audit and BVM SPM. And if you are looking for getting an exemption in these two subjects, it's quite simple to get an exemption in these two subjects if you follow a consistent strategy, if you follow a strategy which is picking up the important questions and the important parts, which I'm going to discuss in this particular video. Also, I'm going to discuss the December 2023 attempt question paper in this particular video. So this particular video is going to get you a wholesome picture of these two subjects, which are Cost Audit and BVM SPM, and how to score well in your upcoming examination in these two particular subjects, because definitely guys, these two subjects are a game changer. So yes, our target, what is our target? Our target is to achieve a photograph this particular poster. Yes, I want you to be an AIR1. So how to get to that aim, to get that AIR, I'll be separately creating a video on what kind of timetable do you need to follow for getting an AIR in the upcoming examination. That is also on my to-do list, so you will be seeing a video soon on my channel regarding this aspect as well. Alright, so guys, the aim is to get a rank in CMA Final. It is irrelevant whether you've scored a rank in CMA Intermediate or not, but for final, we definitely need a rank, and that is the aim and the goal with which I am studying. I am starting my guidance or studies for the June 2024 and December 2024 attempt. Alright, so before we get on to the important aspects of the ABC analysis of these two subjects, let me tell you how have the question paper been in December 2023 attempt for these two subjects. Let's focus on Cost and Management Audit first. All right, so guys, Cost and Management Audit is a very simple paper, 100 marks paper, limited course content, and the examiner generally follows those boundaries, those fences which are created around this particular subject. So you do not expect any kind of surprises in this particular subject, something coming out of the blue moon or something like that is rare phenomena. So yes, quite a simple subject to approach. Cost and Management Audit, Cost Audit and Management Audit. And those of you who feel that Cost and Management Audit is purely theoretical subject, this video is definitely going to change your viewpoint, because I'll demonstrate how practical portions are an important part of this particular subject, which is Cost and Management Audit. It's not only theory, it's practical also. All right, so Cost and Management Audit, this is December 2023 attempt question paper that I'm going to decipher. Cost audit was first introduced for which industry, which type of electricity company under purview of regulated sector. These are all very generic questions, guys. Once you do the rules, you'll be able to answer these questions very simply. Okay, cost auditor is required to give his report in which form. Appointment of cost auditor. Very simple questions, guys. Quite simple MCQs which the examiner is giving. Cost accounting standard 17. Difference between the time for which employees are paid and time booked in the cost object, which is not part of employee cost, etc. So quite simple MCQs. And how many MCQs are there? 15 MCQs. 15 MCQs. And each MCQ is of 2 marks. So 30 marks, question number 1. All right. Now the catch is that the question doesn't ask you to comment on the reason for choosing the correct option. You have to choose the correct option, but what is the reason for choosing correct option? That is not given by the question. So, but what would I suggest? I would always suggest that, guys, it's a 2 marks question. So after writing the answer, you should in one line explain it a little bit also to get the entire 2 marks. Although it is not required, but still it's preferred. It will be really useful if you follow this guideline that, just write one liner explanation on your answer. That will be useful to get the entire 2 marks. Although the question is not asking you, but still it's my recommendation, do that. Okay. So question number 1, which is of 30 marks, quite simple, you know, in a very short span of time, you will be able to gather these 30 marks. These 30 marks in your kitty, you'll definitely be able to score well in the subsequent paper. This will take lesser time and it'll give you a lot of marks. And, you know, if I were you, I would definitely want to do this question first. This question will be done first in my answer sheet so that I save a lot of time. I gain confidence that yes, I've scored 30 marks and I go through the next part of the paper. The next part of the paper is section B. You have to answer any 5 questions out of 7 questions. So 7 questions are given to you. You have to answer any 5. Each question carries 14 marks. What are the benefits of cost audit? A very straightforward question and a very simple question. Explain the term normal capacity vis-a-vis installed capacity. What's the difference between installed capacity and normal capacity as defined in form CRA 1. State the procedure of appointment and fixing of remuneration of a cost auditor. Very simple question, very straightforward. What are the important factors to be considered in planning cost audit assignment? So what are the steps of planning a cost audit assignment? 7 marks theoretical question that has been asked. Now, those of you who think that cost audit is pure practical, please watch out. A pure theory, please watch out. Okay. Now, you need to compute the landed cost of material. I've done this particular portion in detail in my material cost accounting standard. So that is a very simple question, 7 marks, but a very, very simple question, guys. This question doesn't even deserve 5 marks. This is a very short question and it comes for 7 marks. Next is that according to cost accounting standard 7, you need to compute the employee cost. Okay. Now, employee cost, you have to compute the total of employee cost and your items are given to you. And quite a straightforward question. Okay, very straightforward question, guys. Then ABC Limited showed a profit of the profit reconciliation. Now, I've always highlighted that profit reconciliation is going to be the most important question, practical question in your cost audit paper. So please do it thoroughly. Okay. Apart from reconciliation, value addition will be the second most important practical question of your syllabus. So yes, a question on profit reconciliation. The entire question is carrying 6 parts. Okay, total 6 parts, 6 adjustments are there and 7 marks. Fair enough, quite small. I mean, you won't take so much of time in solving this particular question, but the marks that you will get is total 7. Okay, then forensic audit. Now forensic audit is definitely from a theory standpoint, syllabus 2022, a very important chapter, guys. Okay, a question from forensic audit was asked in June 23 attempt also, and December 23 it has been asked. In both attempts, this particular chapter is important. So the question is asked. Okay. Cost audit report CRA 3. Comment on the same. Cost audit contains more management audit basics than mere data of production and services. Now you have to comment on CRA 3. What is the contents of CRA 3? Okay. So the cost audit report in CRA 3 as submitted by cost auditor contains more of management audit basics than mere data of production and services. So a very thoughtful question, guys. What are the contents of CRA 3? CRA 3 are cost audit report, right? What are the contents over there? Over there, contents are there that, you know, ratios are there, which will make you analyze what is the state of affairs of your business, whether you're going in the right direction or not, whether your decisions are right or not. That is the reason why the question is asking you that, you know, the CRA 3 will also focus on management audit. Management audit means whether management is taking the right decisions or not. And this is absolutely true, guys. Absolutely true that this particular CRA 3 contains a lot of things on management audit, whether management decisions are taken correctly or not, whether management decisions are perfect or not. A lot of such aspects are covered in this particular CRA 3. So yes, this is a question. So what is an examiner expecting from this question? Okay. Question examiner is expecting that in your cost audit report CRA 3, whatever are the sections, right? Part A, Part B, Part C, Part D. Whatever the contents of those sections, you need to reproduce them and you need to tell that these are the management audit related stuff which is there in CRA 3. That is how you need to articulate this particular question. Okay. Next question is on cyber security and computer forensics. Again, forensic audit is one of the very important topics of your syllabus, guys. This chapter only contains this difference between computer forensics and cyber security. That is a 7 marks question which has been asked. Now, very, very simple question. You know, you need to compute the financial ratios. Now, the catch is that the question is not giving you the vitals, the financial statements, balance sheet and profit and loss account amounts directly. It is asking you to compute them. Okay, it has given you there's an investment of 1,000 lakhs, 50% in loan, of course balance 50% in equity. So equity and loan bifurcation you can get from this particular figure. Direct cost is there, 50% of which is material cost. So direct cost is given to you, other expenses are given to you, goods will be sold at 150% of direct cost. A lot of things are given to you, and you need to compute the net profit margin, return on assets, return on owner's equity, and the rest of the vitals. Now, the important aspect is that this question, financial ratios, has been recurring in the examination quite often. Now it has been recurring in the examination like anything. So you definitely need to work upon your financial ratios basics. You need to get them right to score well in the exam. This question has been repeated several times. How do you evaluate the personal development? Explain in detail. Again, a theoretical question about personal development. One very important chapter of your syllabus, guys, internal audit. Internal audit, a question from internal audit repeatedly is asked in the examination. What is the necessity of internal audit? Explain. State the special steps to be taken by auditor related to audit of educational institutions and that of students. So yes, within internal audit, I have told you how to audit certain organizations, and this is one of the organizations, which is education institution. You need to write the steps which are required to audit an educational institution. That is what we need to do in this particular part. So guys, this was your cost audit paper. Okay, now according to me, December 2023 was a easy paper, straightforward, easy. Both theoretical and practical questions are very straightforward. Yes, one or two googly questions will always be there, which means one or two questions will actually, bother you. Like in this particular part also, that cost audit CRA3 is a management audit basics. That was a little tricky question. So one, two tricky questions will always be there. But other than that, this question was a fairly easy question of December 20. And cost and management audit, mostly 90% of the times the paper is quite simple and straightforward, entirely from the study mat. And yes, my book is also prepared from the study mat, so I can proudly say, although I don't deserve this credit because I am following the study mat as it is, but I can proudly say that entire cost audit paper was from my book. Each and every theoretical question, each and every practical question was from my book. I can proudly say that. Alright, so this was your cost audit paper. According to this particular paper, guys, I have jotted down certain important topics for June 2024 attempt. June 2024 attempt, certain important topics. And yes, these were the same topics which I had told for December 2023 attempt as well, because the pattern remains the same. Alright, so these are the important topics for the ensuing attempts of cost and management audit. Objectives of cost audit is definitely one of the most important topics of your theoretical portion. Chapter 1. Okay, benefits of cost audit is again an important topic. Chapter 1 again. So this is important. Disqualifications of an auditor. What are the disqualifications of an auditor, which are given in section 141? That is an important stuff, guys. Stages of audit. What are the stages of audit? And this will contain the planning of audit as well, from which a question came in December 2023 attempt. This is a very important topic of your syllabus. PMLA, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, Prevention of Money Laundering Act, and Forensic Audit. These are two chapters which have been introduced by syllabus 2022 and are by far most important two chapters. Forensic Audit, Environment Audit, Management Audit. CSR being one of the very important theoretical topics. So guys, here I have enlisted the theoretical topics and I'm going to tell you the practical topics. Okay. So CSR is a theoretical topic which is really important. Audit of various entities, of course, a question from this topic is definitely going to come in every attempt. Mark my words, I can give you it in writing that audit of various entities, one question is going to come from any of the entities, definitely for each attempt. Internal audit will always be the one of the key important chapters of your syllabus. Okay, now coming on to the practical aspect of the subject, value addition and reconciliation of profits. These two topics are the most important topics, top on the priority list, because these are recurring in the examination. Sometimes value addition, sometimes reconciliation, sometimes both. Yes, there has been a trend that both of them can also be asked, but either one of them will definitely be there. Either value addition or reconciliation, either one of them will definitely be there. In capacity determination, cost accounting standard 2, although we did not see a question in December 2023 question paper, but this topic nonetheless remains a very important topic, practical topic of your syllabus, guys. Then financial ratios, we see them in every attempt. Okay, return on net assets, return on investment, net profit margin, etc., etc. Financial ratios remain one of the favorite questions of the examiner. Then rules are definitely important. Rules, and one thing which we missed writing over here, the practical questions from cost accounting standards. Okay, practical questions from other cost accounting standards, like cost accounting standard on material cost, employee cost, etc. Material cost, employee cost, etc. So this is again important. Cost accounting standards, material and employee cost. Practical questions from these two cost accounting standards are quite important, guys. Okay, so this is how we'll say that, you know, practical aspect of our subjects, both the subjects, is important. Rules, cost accounting standards, financial ratios, reconciliation capacity, value addition, all of them are important practical aspects of our subject, cost and management audit. So yes, for June 24 attempt and the onward attempts, okay, December 24, even for the subsequent attempt, these definitely will remain the core topics of your syllabus, and you need to focus on these topics very well, guys. All the students who have taken classes from me of cost item BVM SPM, I'll be taking proper test, online test for all of you just 3 months before the examination, which will start probably in the month of March. So get registered in that test series, which will start in March. Just get yourself registered in March, and we'll be taking a proper test of each and every chapter in your in that test series. Okay, so please be prepared for the test. All right, now moving on to the second subject of our syllabus, right? And second, very easy subject, very scoring subject, and yes, a game changer subject. Sir, just because you teach this subject, that's why you are praising these subjects also so much, just because you are teaching it, right, sir? Okay, if you think so, do not believe me, do not trust me. If you think so that I teach, that's why I'm praising these two subjects. Just ask any of your senior, just ask any of the students who have given you the past examination, who have given exams in past. Just ask those people whether these two subjects are scoring or not. Just ask them. Don't believe me, you'll get your answer. All right, BVM SPM, again 30 marks. First question, all MCQs, and pretty straightforward MCQs. Practical as well as theoretical portion are there in these MCQs. Okay, choose the correct answer from the given alternatives. No mention of giving a reason or not, but according to me, if it's a 2 marks MCQ, 1 line reason, the answer deserves. Now yes, elasticity of demand, a very simple topic. M limited, equity shares. Okay, what is the liquidation value of each of the share? Quite simple, straightforward answer. Required rate of return, you need to compute the required rate of return. Performance audit evaluation, then investor value, economic efficiency of the firm, again economic efficiency of the firm. Okay, that is there. Okay, again the value of Frico Limited, you need to compute the value of Frico Limited. You have been given the incomes and the cost of capital. Simple capitalization method, simple. Okay, bottoms up approach of strategy, probability, failure, competition, DuPont analysis. Again DuPont analysis coming in a short 2 mark question. So guys, you need not give reasoning for these practical questions. For practical question, you need to give your workings. Okay, do give your workings in fair for the practical question. Reasoning is not required, because your working is only the reasoning in the practical question. These are the practical questions. All of them are practical questions which are giving you 2 marks each, 30 marks, question number 1. Okay, then section B, which is business valuation, and this is an error in the paper, guys. This section B is not only business valuation, it is strategic performance management and business valuation. Okay, both of them are included in section B, so don't get confused. Many students have asked me, sir, section B is for only SPM BVM, or it is only for BV, right? So that's not true. It's not only for BV, it's for SPM as well. Section B is mix of SPM and BV. Okay, both combined together. Similar mistake is there, typo. This is just a typo, guys, normal typo. Similar typo is there in CFR paper in December 23, where it's written section A and B is required to be attempted, and when you go to section A and B, it's not section A and B, it's section 1 and 2. There's a typo in CFR paper also, but that's okay, guys. Please don't get confused during the exam. I know it sometimes disturbs you why such typos are there in the examination. Just ignore them. Okay, so business valuation and strategic performance management, you need to answer any 5 questions from question number 2 to question number 8 in section B. Each question carry 14 marks. Any 5 question you need to answer from this particular section. Fundamentals of CRM, okay, customer relationship management. You need to explain customer relationship management. MIS, different stages, types of reports in MIS. Okay, again, a question from economic efficiency of a firm, and from a practical aspect, this is by far one of the most important chapters of your syllabus. Explain the interrelated components of ERM framework advocated by Committee of Sponsoring. ERM framework of COSO ERM framework you need to explain about. Then we have a question on DuPont analysis. Now please note, DuPont analysis came as a 2 marks question in the MCQs and a full-fledged 7 marks question in your entire paper. So both of them are there in this particular paper, a 2 mark MCQ and a full-fledged question on DuPont analysis. Both the questions are there. The full-fledged question on DuPont analysis. Okay. Then Altman model, definitely the Z score is one of the most important chapters of your economic efficiency. So Altman model definitely remains an important aspect of your chapter, guys. So Altman model you need to do from an exam standpoint. 7 marks question, full 7 marks question, Altman model is asked. Okay, Z score. Yes, there's a Benish M score also in your syllabus. That Benish M score also is important from an exam standpoint. Okay, then what is the present value of stock? You need to compute the present value of stock. In this particular case, discounted cash flow model is used for calculating the value of stock. Okay, then exchange rate. Okay, you are required to compute the value of an app. Okay, same method. Income, your income is to be discounted at the present value. Discount cash flow method is to be used. Very simple, straightforward. It's just that instead of valuing a firm, you're valuing an app. That's the only difference. Otherwise, the entire process remains the same. Okay. Then a question on again a question on comparables, right? Comparable valuation approach, which we do in our basics of valuation. That particular question is there. Comparables valuation approach. We need to compare value of the plot size and everything, and we have to compute the comparable value of our property. Okay. Then we have question on PE, EV, EBIT is required to be computed. A very straightforward question. PE multiples are given to you, and you need to compute the PE economic value and EBIT of this particular company. Then we have a question on merger and acquisition. Merger and acquisition question will definitely be there. Okay, merger and acquisition question, market capitalization question, and merger and acquisition question. Okay, that will definitely be there. Free float, market capitalization, very important question, guys, of your syllabus. That is price to sales ratio, price to earning ratio. A question on reasonableness of our valuation. Okay, so this is how our paper on BVM and SPM is drafted. Primarily from SPM, you will get a practical question from risk management and economic efficiency, and from BV you will get a practical question from basics of valuation, valuation of shares, merger and acquisition, brand valuation. That are the important chapters of practical in BVM SPM. So I've jotted down all the important question of BVM SPM, theoretical as well as practical. From a theory standpoint, guys, primarily theory will come from SPM. Okay, from business valuation, lesser probability is there that examiner is going to ask for the theory part. Performance management, performance improvement, risk management. 3 topics where theory is going to be asked from SPM BVM. Practical part of it, M&A, mergers and acquisition, DuPont analysis, valuation of shares, valuation of brands, valuation of basics of valuation model, economic efficiency, Altman, Benish, M score. These are the important practical topics which are going to be coming in your examination. And guys, these predictions or these estimates are not just gut feelings. These are not just estimates. These are based on our experience of analyzing the question paper of several years. I've been teaching SPM BVM cost audit for more than 10 years now. So according to my experience, I have culled out these chapters, and these chapters are very, very important chapters of your syllabus and non-compromisable. These chapters you must do for your ensuing attempt. That is the idea. That is the the primary reason why these topics are being highlighted as compared to other topics. Of course, it's a professional examination. So the first rule is do not leave any part of your syllabus unattended or unread. Do not do that. That is one of the most important key principles which you need to keep in mind always and always. Okay. So yes, these were the important topics of business evaluation and strategic performance management. And that is how, guys, we analyze paper of December 2023. And I would again rate SPM BVM paper also to be easy. Yes, SPM BVM paper is easy for this particular attempt, December 2023. June 2023 attempt SPM BVM paper was quite difficult and quite unreasonable. I would say the questions were from outside the syllabus and they were really of a tricky level, but December 2023 was quite reasonable. So yes, mark my words, these two subjects are going to be game changers for you. These are going to be absolutely revolutionary for you. So all of you who are preparing for group 4 in June 24, December 24, or you're preparing for both the groups, group 3 and group 4, for June 24 and December 24, these two subjects are going to be absolutely revolutionary in your preparation. And I can vouch for it that you are going to benefit from these two subjects a lot. These two subjects are going to give you benefit of set off. If you are aiming for a rank, they will push your rank and whatnot. So yes, that was my analysis for December 2023 attempt and sort of a strategy, a ABC analysis for June 2024 attempt. So yes, that's all for this particular video. We'll be meeting in our subsequent videos. Till that time, all the very best and happy studying. Bye bye. See you in the next video.